Hello and welcome to Hello Friends and welcome to Out of Pocket. My name is Ryan, aka Ron, and today we have another dangerous disruption.
Dangerous disruption.
I'm sitting here in South Carolina and we have an inch or two of snow on the ground, so sometimes life throws weird curveballs at you. I'm guessing a lot of you have snow as well. All right, let's hop in. So if you don't know, dangerous disruption, I like disruptive Pokemon. And if you want like a loose definition of disruption, I think there are two kinds if you watch my short. There are the kinds that, one, make your opponent do something that they don't want to do. So like Stoutland, for example, makes your opponent add extra energy in order to attack you. And then there are things that don't allow your opponent to do certain things, such as Oricorio doesn't allow your opponent to attack it with an EX Pokemon. Or in the case of this video, Mimikyu literally just tanks the first hit. So if it wants to get through your disguise, which is what it's called, its ability, then it literally, your opponent has to hit it first and then it can do damage. I would consider that disruptive because basically the heart of disruption is it bothers your opponent, it annoys your opponent, it makes your opponent play the game not how they want to play it. So Sabrina can be an example of this. Cyrus is a really good example of this. Red Card and Mars can be examples of this, though I don't like that kind of disruption. But nonetheless, that is a loose definition of disruption. And so on this segment, my goal is to show off one of the disruptive cards from the latest set in a deck that I'm building with. So in this case, we're looking at Mimikyu. All right, let's look at this thing. So we have Mimikyu paired with Magnezone because why not? So the way I work, that I build decks, again, I have not done my video yet on this for heuristics, but I pair a basic Pokemon with stage 2 Pokemons if I do a basic. Or if I have a stage 1, I pair it with a stage 1. Now I could break this rule one day, but that's how I like to do it. I like either 8 Pokemon or 6 Pokemon plus rare candy, depending on the context. In this context, you don't need rare candy because Magneton, of course. So, given that Mimikyu is a new disruptive basic and Magnezone can basically slot into any deck pretty much ever that has deck slots for it, I figured this would be a good pairing, and so far I think it has proved to be. So, we're going to see though, it's very much a control deck. I play disruptive control would be how I describe how I play. But so you have the Magnemite, the only notables here. The Magnemite is the one with colorless energy, just in case I need to attack with it. You could do the one with 50 HP for Lycia. I tried that for a little while with Suicune, but didn't like it that much. Feel free to check out my Suicune and Magnezone pair on a deck video from a few weeks ago. Then we have 2 Pokeballs. I've talked about this briefly, but 2 X speed. So I just think X speed is or Leaf sometimes is extremely relevant. It's really helpful for me to feel like I can get whatever Pokemon I want in the active zone into the active zone as often as possible. 2 Copycat because I have 2 Copycat in every deck. It just really is really helpful for getting what you want. Cyrus, I have a Cyrus in every deck. Professor, of course. Sabrina, I now have a Sabrina in every deck. Unless I want double Cyrus, then I'll replace the Sabrina. For example, if I have 2 Greninja, base Greninjas. And then 2 Cape because I think ultimately this is a control deck, and so the Cape really helps Mimikyu. If you can get Mimikyu to that 140 HP mark, that often will help you survive 2 hits from opponents instead of just 1 if they're doing 130 damage or mostly 130, but it can be really helpful because that's a relevant breakpoint. I have considered putting like 1 PCL in place of Giant Cape or something like that, but for now I think this is a solid deck and let's see how we do. Oh, and briefly, if you don't know what Mimikyu does, it is obviously from this latest set and it has 70 HP, 120 HP, 70 attack, 2 retreat, which is relevant, 2 cost, and its disguise ability basically says, I'm summarizing, whenever you come into play, the first attack that hits you, you don't take damage. So it basically just tanks a whole hit from your opponent. We'll plan to see that in action in a minute. And it's just really, I think it's really strong. So let's dive in. All right, so once again, ranked, I have been told does not start until February 11th. I'm recording this on February 1st. So that's not for a little while. 10 days, in fact, if you can do math, apparently. So if you are unfamiliar, this used to say it was two things. It was, I believe it was trading card game player was the competitive one, and I forget what the other one was. I think it was, I can't remember. But anyway, they've divided it into three now. So now you have beginner, which is recommended for first. You can read it, but beginner, casual, and competitive. Competitive is, it says, recommended for players who enjoy battling to win. That is certainly me. You know, maybe if I'm testing out a brand new deck, I do casual, but in general, I'm looking to win for sure. So we'll just plan to play here and just see how we do. Going first. All right, we got lightning. We're starting with the mimic. I think going first, there's no reason to put down a second Pokemon at the beginning. Okay, that's not fun. But we have Magnezone, so that's okay. And I know I'm getting a Magnemite this turn, so that's good. Alright, I think we'll go ahead and drop the other one. I think there's no reason at the beginning of the game, if you're going first, to drop a more than one Pokemon, just because you want to see what your opponent's doing first. So, okay, they're running... Oh, this is probably the Kangaskhan deck. I've heard tell of this deck. Yep. Alright, so I need to find... I wonder if they'll just retreat, yeah, and go into Pichu. I need to find Magnezone as soon as possible. Although, if they come in and hit me with Kangaskhan, or Magneton, that's a clutch top deck. Yeah, I think, okay. That was a huge top deck. I need to get this Magnezone online as soon as possible, so I can have something, well, so I can kill Ori if I need to, and so I can get after Kangaskhan as soon as possible. I'm guessing they're gonna go into Ori here. Okay, that's nice. Got my other Magnemite. I'm considering playing the, like, hide the Magnezone from them, but I don't think that accomplishes anything, so we'll just put it out. This is why Magnezone is so good, because I can just put energy on Mimikyu, and then Magnezone powers itself because of Magneton. So now the Magnezone is already ready to go. Mimikyu has taken no damage, and it still has its disguise ready on both. You could argue maybe, I'm glad they're putting in Kangaskhan, because that means I can immediately go into the Magnezone. You could argue putting Leaf or even, what's it called? The new stadium. Dang, I forgot the name. Peculiar Plaza, the one I can't say. Peculiar Plaza. You could argue that. Okay, so it's gonna hit, and then it's gonna hit for what, 40? Yeah, so if I can draw Cyrus here, that would be really nice. As soon as possible. We're gonna put, okay, so we're gonna go X speed. It's gonna hit me for, all right, we're gonna go here. I'm thinking where I should cape. Honestly, I'm gonna cape here because then it can't kill Mimikyu, because it does 80 and then 40. So if I do this, then it can't go kill Mimikyu into something else. So I think that could be valuable. I also would like to find my other Magneton as soon as possible. And Cyrus also. Let's see. I think we're good here, as long as they don't disrupt our hand. You could make an argument for playing Cape and X-Speed there just to get it out of the hand. I mean, if they have like a Giovanni, that would be very unfortunate. They have the pop, that's unfortunate. And they get the heads. Okay. That's lame. Bruh. Yeah, just keep going. Why not? But there's still a 50% chance. I mean, you've got to, like, please give me a heads on my ability here. Because this is absurd. They're just going to heal the whole thing. Yeah, why not? Sure. I bet my opponent's just having a great time laughing. They're like, oh, this is the best. Yeah, why not? Yeah, just keep going. Do it again. That's crazy, man. Alright, they still have a okay. They do have a 50% chance, I think, on both of these attacks. So I need one tails, guys. One tails. They flipped like 5 heads in a row. Can you give me one tails, please? Thank you. Holy cow. Oh, that was tough. All right. We're gonna go ahead and go here. We're still in an okay spot because we're getting. I got through my deck so quickly. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. Energy, cape. I'm not sure what the cape, to be honest. I think we'll just spend this because I don't want this many cards in hand. Cape, I don't know. We'll just cape the other Mimikyu because why not? And then we'll go here, and we're still in a pretty good spot, actually. Although I think they still have that lucky Ice Pop in their hand, which is just, I mean, they flipped what, 4 heads in a row? I'd have to count it. Here comes the pop. The pop's coming. Yep. Ideally, they'll get a tails one of these times. Thank you. Holy cow. You got another one? How many cards you got left? 3? But they're running 2 pops. Please go into Ori, and then I can just Sabrina and Cyrus you. I think we're still in a favorable position, even though, yeah, honestly, that's not super relevant. I mean, they were, okay. Okay, this is actually, oh, I should have caped. I should have caped the Magneton. I'm gonna have to do this. Oh, that hurts. All right, so we're gonna go here. I should have kept the X speed. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go here to get rid of it. If I attack, I can die. If they have red, I can die. I should have kept the X speed. That might be the difference. That might be the difference. Yeah. Dang it. That's tough. That's tough. I think I misplayed there. I should have kept the X speed number 1, and obviously they got super fortunate with that Ice Pop. But yeah, I mean, that was a good game, but I definitely made a mistake there of I should have kept that X speed. That could have been the difference maker. So, but a good game. A good game. Top 5,000. All right, second, that's preferred. Especially if we lead Mimikyu, we do. Now we want to Magnemite as soon as possible. We're playing Steel. Okay, Melton. I wonder, I just saw a deck with Spraggles. It was Melton, Melmetal, and the Berserker. So I wonder if that's the deck they're playing. We might have an okay matchup. That last game too, I should have caped. I think if I had caped the Magneton, I forgot it has the double hit. So if I had caped the Magneton, I might have been able to put the Magneton in and then tank a hit. But that's okay. All right, we're gonna go here. I mean, we might as well just cape to get a card out of hand. I don't want them to have too many cards if they copycat or something. Every card matters. Keep the X speed. It's always the balance with the capes and X speed and stuff. Traveling Merchant looks for what? Tools of getting, like, if you, like the cape, is this an ideal use of the cape? I'm not sure, but there's also the balance of getting cards out of your hand so your opponent can't copycat as well, can't red card as well, things of that nature. So, I don't know. Not the end of the world. Sabrina here would be nice. but we're not reliant on that. I think we're in a good spot, though. It looks like they're just going to take this Melton. Okay. I mean, Copycat's just doing me nothing right now, so we're just going to take this out. Could use the X speed there, but I'm hesitant now after my last game. So currently I'm getting 2 free hits. In fact, 3. Because I hit... No, they put in energy, then I hit, then they hit. They put in energy, now I hit, then they hit, but I don't take damage, then I hit. So I'm getting 2 free hits here. So that gives me time to find something. I really need to find something. Yes, that Copycat is actually good. Obviously, it's good for them, but it's good for me because I have nothing in my hand. So that's kind of the weird dual function of Copycat. Like, I don't want them to have a ton of cards in their hand, but also I literally have nothing. Okay, that's really helpful. So, all right, we're going to go there. I think we're going to use, we're going to just get a max Copycat here because I really would like a Magnemite. So we're just going to go ahead and cape largely to get it out of hand. And then we're going to Copycat and draw, what, 3 extra cards. So there's probably a pretty decent chance I get a Magnemite here, which I really would like. Yes, got it. All right, got both. Perfect. Perfect. And now we're down to 5 cards in deck, have both Magnetons. And I can just put the energy on Mimikyu. I forgot it. I was gonna hold the energy just in case, but I forgot Magnemite powers itself, or Magneton. So we're gonna go here, we're gonna go here. We're in a pretty commanding position at the moment. Now the Cyrus plays opened up. I mean, they can go into Skarmory if they want, but I don't see the perp. Okay, why is everyone running Lucky Pop, man? If you get 4 heads in a row, I get... Oh. If they get 4 heads in a row like the last time, I'm going to be a little bit peeved. A little bit peeved. Please, somebody, save me. I think we're at 6 heads in a row on Lucky Pop. Well, except for the one last game where they, you know, it finally went in the trash can. The discard pile. That card's killing me right now. Alright, so Disguise is gone, and I die next turn. However, I have Magnemite. No, I don't think that's tempting enough. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. Do I use Copycat? I could get all my cards, but is that relevant? Because I'm a little afraid, like, they're not playing a lot of stuff, and I'm afraid I want to make sure I get my Magnezones online next turn. So I think, actually, you know what? Do I have X speed? Yeah, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go Copycat, get my other X speed, so I can just hit with the other Mimikyu, and then I'm getting a free. This is where Mimikyu gets really good because. Yep, so I can just use my X speed here, hit with my other Mimikyu. I still have the Disguise active on that one. Can't Cyrus this, which is really relevant. Can Sabrina, but cannot Cyrus. Which means, again, I'm just getting a free hit here. A free 50, it's not only 50, but still, it's a free hit. And then I have Magnezone ready to go first. Even if they disrupt my hand, I almost guaranteed have Magnezone online next turn. And then we're cooking. If they don't keep rolling heads with this stinking pop, man. Thank you. Holy cow. Because then I'm putting them in a tough spot next turn with Magnezone. And we have Sabrina and Cyrus ready, so we're going to go here. I've used both of my disguises with Mimikyu, but I still have taken no damage. And now we can freely go into our Magnezones and make them finish us, which is probably going to be fairly difficult. And I still have an energy on one. Yeah, they concede. I still had an energy on one Mimikyu if I needed it. I was in a very commanding position there. So, okay, I made a mistake the first game or two, maybe. There's some of the power. I think you can see the power of this deck already. Magnezone's just such a good pair. You can watch my Suicune video too. There's definitely weak matches, but overall, it's just a really strong deck. The synergy is there because their name is Concede, please. I will if you make me. All right, we do have the Mimikyu though, and the X speed, so we're in a good spot. Hey, I broke my rule about putting down a starting Pokemon. Okay, this is actually not bad, because I didn't finish my sentence, and I forgot what it was, and I can't rewind the video because I'm recording. This is not bad. Anyway, I was saying the synergy is there because Mimikyu is happy to go first, and Magnezone wants to start on the bench because you need time to get your Magneton online. So, yeah. So they have pretty good synergy, and the energy is not an issue. Now, Cape here needs to go on the Magnezones because Hydreigon one-shots Mimikyu regardless, even with Cape because of the weakness. But because I can just tank hits, I won't die until at least turn 4 with the, so it's gonna break my disguise. But then also this Sabrina is huge because I can put them behind on energy. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Well, okay, so I could Sabrina here, but I don't think that really matters because if they have it, they have it. I think the copycat's more necessary because I need to get a Magneton online as soon as possible. Because if they have it next turn, then if I don't get a magnet, yeah, it hurts. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. The Mimikyu there is good. I really wish I had gotten a Magneton there. I should mention also, I took Clement out of this deck, which you definitely could add Clement. I think Clement's just a little bit, from my playing it with the Suicune Magnezone deck, Clement is just a little bit clunky at times because sometimes you'll just have your Magnetons and you just don't need it. And then it's just a dead card in your deck. And sometimes it's really good, but I think it's just, they're playing as if they don't have it, which is good. Yeah, it's just, okay, they do. Of course they do. All right, so we like kind of have to get a Magneton this next turn, or else we're kind of just dead. And we're probably dead anyway, to be honest. Why is everyone running Lucky Ice Pop? They're probably gonna roll heads like everyone else. Yep. Oh my goodness. I mean, this math is just not mathing. Roll it again. If I could go into Magnezone right now, I'm in a pretty okay spot. But because I don't have Magnezone, not in a great spot. Not in a great spot. And the poison puts me at risk because, like, how many cards do they have in deck? They have 3 in deck. Okay, I have to go Professor. Because if I go Cape, copy, yeah, I gotta go Professor. I pretty much just lose, I think, if I don't get a Magneton. Yeah, that's probably game, to be honest. We're gonna go Cape here, just in case. Now, the thing is, I can get a free kill, basically, on this Hydreigon, because, yes, I'm getting poisoned, but they can't actually do anything to me because of the disguise. However, I really needed... It's unusual to not get Magneton with 6 cards left in deck, so that would be an argument for Clement, but oftentimes you're going to get what you need, so... Yeah, I mean, this is just... I've probably lost because of the no Magneton. If I had Magneton, we'd be in an okay spot. But the deck has not given me what I wanted, unfortunately. Are you going to break the disguise? I assume so. Why would you not? I think they just kind of win. But I probably won't concede just because their name is Concede, please. Oh, really? That's very interesting. Okay, they are going to break the disguise. I was like... Huh. No, they're good. Okay, they're okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna concede just because of their name, but this is... I had to have Magneton before this. Yeah, that's just game. I'm literally just not going to concede because their name's concede, please. But again, so I gave myself an opportunity to win this game, but I mean, I literally have, what, 3 cards left? I have 3 cards left in deck and 2 are Magneton. So there's not a lot I can do about that. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. Definitely had a chance. Again, this would be an argument for Clement, but my thing is, I think you're going to usually find Magneton anyway after you have Magnemite. Yeah, and it's just, it's highly unusual to brick that hard on no Magnetons. So, is what it is. All right, let's try to get a good win here. Second, we prefer second, especially if I lead Mimikyu. Do not lead Mimikyu, but do have Magneton. So, ooh, they Jolteon. Oh. Whoa. Naturally. Okay, that's huge. That's massive. We really... I mean, that's very important. So we're going to go here. We're going to go here. This Jolteon's going to wreck me, but I have it on the defense. They don't have a Zera on the field, which means that I can go ahead. I can possibly two-shot this thing without taking any damage, other than the energy pings, of course. So we'll see. We'll see what they got for me. I mean, if they end turn here, we're in a great spot. Yeah, we're in a good spot. The energy pings are really annoying. This is especially going to hurt with the Magneton here. But we're in a good spot. I don't know if they're bricking or what. How many cards? 11? I mean, it's possible they're just trying to, you know, solo us with the Jolteon, but... Alright, we will put that down, yes please. We will put this here, which puts us in range. I think I'll go ahead and cape here because that means they have to hit us twice, probably. So that's probably an important cape. And then they have to put a card down next turn or heal, but even if they heal, I'm in a very commanding spot because of the Magnezone. Of course they have. Okay, 1 lucky Ice Pop and we're good. I mean, this card must be rigged. Must be rigged. Everyone's playing it. And they keep rolling heads. Like, what is this? What is this? This card's crazy. All right, so they live. But I have Magnezone in my hand and Cyrus and Sabrina. So, all right, my disguise is gone. If I draw an X speed, that would be clutch. We'll take another Mimikyu. X speed would have been nice here, but that's okay. All right, we're gonna go there. This is gonna hurt, but we gotta do it. We're gonna go here. Yep. We're gonna go here. Hurts. So what am I at? 60? I've taken 60, so 90, so we're still good. I'm gonna go here. The 150 on Magnezone is clutch money. And I'm also giving them a 50% shot of not... So unless they have like a Geo and they... yeah, unless they have a Giovanni and they roll through my heads. Okay, that Ori is annoying, but not the end of the world. Honestly, if they roll tail... Okay, that's a nuisance, but not the end of the world. Okay, that heads is tough. I think I still might Sabrina here. Yeah, I'm still gonna Sabrina here. That's really crucial. All right. So we're gonna go Sabrina. This might win me the game, to be honest. We're gonna go here. Full charge, take no damage. Mimikyu, take no damage, and goodbye, Ori. See ya. Now I have Cyrus in hand. You're gonna have to... you're gonna have to lucky ice pop the heck out of yourself and pray that I don't draw my other Magnezone. Game's not over, but we're looking pretty solid. Ape, show me the ice pop. Don't just swing at me. If you're gonna do that, just concede. You got an ice pop? They don't have it. I don't think they got it. Cyrus. That only matters if I don't find an X speed. But they are buying themselves a turn, which is well done. All right, let's go looking for our X speed. If we find it, that's GG. There's a decent chance we find it. Nope. Dang, that's tough, guys. 2 cards left in deck. All right, we are gonna go ahead and take our damage here. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go, I guess, here. We'll save our cape just in case. X speed is, I mean, well, I guess I should have put an energy on, but they can just, oh my goodness. They are just tanking hits right now. This is crazy. We still should be in a good spot though, because I put them to 10. They have 50% chance of hitting me. Even if they Cyrus my, oh wait, they have 2 points. Because even if they would have to Cyrus and then hit the 50%. So I think we'll go ahead and cape here just in case. This might come down to them having Cyrus and hitting the 50%, which is like, all right, congrats. Do you have it? I kind of expected that. All right, it comes down to a coin flip, guys. This is the game. Yes! We like coin flips. Concede, fool. Let's go. The coin flip went in my favor. I'm glad, because I kind of wanted to not keep trying to lose, you know? All right, so there you have it. 2 wins, 2 losses. I could have probably won at least one of those games I lost, and I could have lost at least that last one. So Lucky Pop is a crazy card. Pocket Mads was saying he thinks it's kind of broken. I don't know about that, but after seeing it in play there, I'm kind of like, yeah, if you roll 4 heads, it's, you know, pretty darn good. But there you go. I think you can see kind of the inherent power of this deck. You know, just pairing a good disruptive basic with Magnezone is always going to be a pretty good idea, or just any good basic in general. And pairing a good, you know, stage 2 with Mimikyu is pretty much often a good idea because it's pretty strong. I am planning to do that for the next video. A little spoiler, in 2 days, smooth support, I am planning to pair something with Mimikyu, but the focus is on the supporter there, not Mimikyu. So anyway, it was fun. I think this is a good deck. You can tweak it, of course, how you want, but I recommend trying Mimikyu with a lot of different things, and obviously you can sub Magnezone with different things. So anyway, there you have it. Have a good afternoon, a good morning, or a good evening. See ya.